So for me, community is the difference for it's going to be the difference for a lot of brands. So years and years ago, we're in this point now where we're oversaturated. We have so many messages, we have so many companies, we have so many brands that want our attention. But one thing that keeps your attention and keeps your wallet open is a deeper connection to a brand or a product, etc. And very often, if you come for the product, you'll need to understand like how it works and how does this operate and how can I use this in more ways, or what's a way that I could use this, piece of food in different recipes and then share it. So what I think some really smart brands have done is they've leveraged the area of community where others haven't. So for most companies, they're not brave enough to invest in someone who's going to run and engage their communities and turn them into fans or advocates. So for me, I do believe that community could be a lot of companies' next moat, like next economic or business moat. And one element that really stands out for me is you have to be super aware of who your customers are and how they attach themselves to the product, and then how you can help them use the product more, share their own versions of it, or share the recipe. So Lego is a prime example. Lego is something that's been going around for, probably over 100 years and is a generational brand. It's passed down from, grandfather to father to kids to grandkid. And one thing that they've done really well is they give you a box and then you can work out whether like how to build it based on their instructions, or you can go freestyle and build whatever you want. But now with the, how social media works and how there's a group for everything, you can take a picture, you can set it up online, you can send it to people and then they can make their version of it or remix your version of it. And that's where the brands can really come into play and can work with the community and build a community around how their product works, how the customers are engaged. So for me, if you're a smart brand, you're really thinking about how do we connect people to our brand, our product, and then our other customers. And that's not going to be for everyone because, some products aren't ever to be shared and some are so private you don't want anyone to ever know that you've used a product. But some of the smartest brands in the world are really thinking about how do we connect ourselves at a deeper level and how are we connecting our customers together and how are we fostering enough conversation and interconnectivity and play to win. And for me, if you're not really thinking deeply about your customer and how they could be connected to you more deeply in each other, I think you're going to be a product that has to resell, has to remarket and re-advertise to your customer over and over again. So that one cost that you used to have to acquire your customer, it's probably going to be 2 or 3 costs now, unless you really commit and build into a community or something that's bigger than just a group of people together.
I think there's also some big shifts that people need to think. So you can't turn community on and off at your kind of desire. Like once you start, you're committed for the long term because you're essentially inviting people into your product for the long term. The other one is that you're going to have to build with people, which means they're going to tell you things that you might not want to hear, and you can't just ignore them. And I guess it's that exciting word that people like to throw around, and we always ask people, how do you what does that mean to you? What does community mean to you? Because I think to a lot of company owners and brand builders, community is just almost like a trapped audience is how they sort of perceive it, as like people who are going to listen to everything we say. And there's always that underlying question of, but why would they listen? Why would they do this? Because remember that they do ultimately have a choice, and they will move if you're not giving them the thing that they want. It might take them a bit of time, but eventually they will hop ship, and then you're unlikely to ever get them back.